Justin Kluivert was booked during Bournemouth's 0-0 draw with Crystal Palace. Justin Kluivert was booked for a bizarre exchange with Ismaila Sarr during Bournemouth's 0-0 draw with Crystal Palace on Saturday, in a clash which threatened to boil. Over on several occasions, both sides were forced to settle for a point at Selhurst Park. Kluivert was heavily involved in one of the altercations just moments after half-time. The winger gave away a cheap free kick for a late challenge on Daniel Munoz and was left furious by the decision, feeling that he made minimal contact with the Palace defender. The Cherries' star pleaded his innocence as he rose to his feet. However, Sarr was standing over Kluivert as the Bournemouth star continued to question the decision, which only added fuel to the fire. Kluivert responded by pulling down Sarr's shorts in a moment of sheer madness. The Palace winger quickly turned to referee Samuel Barrett to call for Kluivert to be booked, before angrily confronting the number 19. The pair furiously exchanged words before several players rushed to the scene to break up the forwards, and they were eventually separated. Barrett then felt he had no choice but to book both players for their respective roles in the clash. The referee dished out 7 yellow cards in total, with Palace's Chris Richards being sent off on the stroke of halftime. The defender was booked for a challenge on Dango Ouattara in the 29th minute before dragging Kluivert down as he looked to break away just 15 minutes later. Bournemouth midfielder Alex Scott was somewhat fortunate not to have been dismissed in the first half as well. The playmaker was the second player in the book at Selhurst after the England under-21 international caught Sarr with a late challenge on the halfway line. Scott then barged the winger to the ground just minutes later as Palace looked to counter, with Oliver Glasner and the home support left baffled by the decision not to give the number 8 his marching orders. Those emotions were then multiplied when Richards was sent off for a challenge that was remarkably similar. The draw leaves Bournemouth in 8th place in the Premier League and 5 points behind Chelsea, with Palace in 12th and still with an outside chance of making Europe despite their recent disappointing displays.